What's up, Lakers Nation? Trevor Lane here, senior writer for LakersNation.com, your home for everything Lakers. This is the Lakers Nation newsfeed, and where we break down the latest Lakers news. And today, well, we're talking about Anthony Davis yet again. That's right, just when we thought we could kind of put away the Anthony Davis story, at least for a few months until the summer. Nope, here we go. There's more going on with the whole Anthony Davis situation, asking out from the New Orleans Pelicans and hopefully trying to get to the Los Angeles Lakers. Before we dive into it, first, a quick shout out to our sponsor, betonline.ag. The Lakers have a ton of exciting matchups here to finish out the season as they continue their playoff push. And there's only one place to get in on all the action, betonline.ag. Sports, casino, virtual casino, you name it, betonline.ag is CLNS Media's preferred sportsbook online. Guys, use the promo code CLNS50, which is our podcast network, CLNS50, for a 50% sign-up bonus. CLNS50, use that code after you head over to clnsmedia.com/win. Okay, so go to clnsmedia.com/win, use the promo code CLNS50, and you get 50% sign-on bonus today with betonline.ag. So go check it out again, clnsmedia.com/win, and then use that promo code CLNS50. Okay, so Anthony Davis, what's going on there? Well, we know the Lakers put together that huge offer for AD at the trade deadline, very public offer, which is regrettable. We know that that didn't sit well with some of the players on the Lakers team, but the rumored offer was Lonzo Ball, Brandon Ingram, Kyle Kuzma, Josh Hart, Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, Ivica Zubac, who's now a Clipper. Ivica Zubac, 2 first-round picks, plus they'd be absorbing the bad contract of Solomon Hill, all for the services of one Anthony Davis. Huge offer, and I still think it's a head-scratcher. The Pelicans turned it down. The Lakers threw the kitchen sink offer at them, gave them everything they could possibly ask for, young players, draft picks, cap relief, everything, and the Pelicans still turned it down. We think that there was a hearty helping of pettiness going on there, where they were upset that Anthony Davis even requested a trade to begin with, and they felt like maybe the Lakers orchestrated some of it, and all of that. So these things all come into play. The Pelicans decided they're going to wait until this summer to trade Anthony Davis. Well, then at the All-Star game, Anthony Davis revealed that he would consider 29 teams in the NBA, basically just not the New Orleans Pelicans. He's willing to go just about anywhere. And that is somewhat an admission of him just kind of understanding that, hey, he has no control at this point, or he has limited control, I should say. He can't pick where he goes. The Pelicans get to pick where they're going to trade him to. But what he can do is say that he won't re-sign in certain places, that he won't stay because he's going to be a free agent in 2020. And so he used that to try to direct himself towards the Los Angeles Lakers. And it sounded like he kind of backed away from that a little bit at the All-Star game, particularly because we know the Boston Celtics would really like to trade for him, and Davis had basically made it known that he does not want to stay in Boston. And it sounded like that stance was softening a little bit, and people were kind of saying, uh-oh, here we go. He's going to the Celtics. The Celtics are going to offer everything. They're going to offer Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown and a bunch of draft picks and all these things, and they're going to get him. Well, not so fast. Shams Charania of Stadium, and of course we also know him from The Athletic, reported, I'm just going to read it to you, Anthony Davis has to be open-minded to all 29 other teams. He does not have the control in this situation. That lies with the New Orleans Pelicans, which is what I just told you guys. He goes on to say, I'm still told his 4-team list is made up of the Lakers, the Clippers, the Knicks, and the Bucks in that order, in that amount of teams, that group of teams. There's a couple of other teams undisclosed right now that he would also consider, but, and this is key, the Celtics, I'm told, are still not a long-term destination for him in his mind. Where the Celtics stand has not changed, despite what Anthony Davis said over the weekend. Sources told me the Celtics are not being considered as far as the long-term play. But listen, it's going to depend on exactly where the Pelicans want to trade him. So essentially, Anthony Davis is going to continue, according to Shams Charania, he's going to continue telling the Celtics, hey, go ahead, trade for me. I can't do anything about that. But what I can do is leave in 2020. So go ahead, you toss in Jason Tatum, toss in Jaylen Brown, give up all your assets. I'm going to walk. I will be gone. I will walk to the Lakers. I will go to some other team in 2020 when I am a free agent. I will not stay with you. In theory, that should scare off the Celtics. That should make them not want to give up long-term assets like a mountain of draft picks, like Jaylen Brown, like Jason Tatum. All we've heard is that Danny Ainge is not deterred, still believes he can get him once he gets Davis in-house. They can convince him to stay. But if Anthony Davis keeps this up, can it be enough to make Danny Ainge blink? That's going to be the big question mark heading into the summer because he's killing his own trade value. And the Pelicans can't be happy about this. The Pelicans want the Celtics to throw everything at them. They want the Lakers and Celtics to bid against each other and bid each other up until they can get a ton of assets for Anthony Davis, although I think the Lakers already offered that. Again, Pelicans were being a bit petty and decided they didn't want to trade him right now, which, hey, fine, that's their right. But if Davis continues with this, and if he can make the Celtics believe that he will leave to the point where they don't pull the Paul George situation in OKC, where they just trade for him anyway and think, hey, we can convince him to stay, or what the Toronto Raptors are trying to do with Kawhi Leonard, maybe the Celtics go ahead and do that anyway. And that's the downside to what Paul George did, right? Like, it's disappointing that he didn't go to the Lakers, first of all, to begin with, but it's also disappointing in terms of players who want to get where they want to go and want to try to direct their trade destination. And there's lots of different schools of thought on this. Some people don't like that players do that. Some people do. But players who want to get to a certain destination, teams are now emboldened to trade for a guy anyway because of what Paul George did, because they saw it work for Oklahoma City, because Oklahoma City took the risk, gave up assets for Paul George, kept, and then were able to keep him. So that's made other teams more willing to do the same thing. So perhaps the Celtics go ahead and offer a bunch for him anyway. But if Davis continues with this and keeps saying, no, I will not stay, it's going to be really interesting to see what happens this summer. And if he keeps the Lakers at the top of his list, it's going to be interesting. Now, the Clippers picked up a bunch of assets when they traded Tobias Harris. They're going to be an intriguing team that could trade for him. If the Knicks let's say they land the top pick, that's going to be tough to beat. If the Knicks decide to dangle Zion Williamson with that top pick, well, that's going to be a tough offer to compete with. So who knows what happens there. The Bucks, I don't think, can make a super competitive offer, but you know what? The Clippers and the Knicks, I feel like, are more real threats than they were at the trade deadline. And that's why Davis was pushing so hard to get to the Lakers by the trade deadline, because he knew that all these other teams are going to get in on the bidding and he wants to be a Laker. Ultimately, hey, if Davis really wants to be a Laker bad enough, he can do it. He can do it in 2020 as a free agent. Will the Lakers have cap space then? That's debatable. Probably not. They're not going to punt cap space another year. But again, this is going to be a story to watch all the way through the summer. And I think that this is big for the Lakers. Shams Charania's report that Anthony Davis is not actually coming off of his desire to not go to the Boston Celtics. He does not want to be a Celtic. He would like to be a Laker. If he continues with this, how does that change things this summer? It's going to be fascinating to watch it all play out. All right, guys, that's it for this episode of the Lakers Nation Newsfeed. Don't forget to check out betonline.ag. And go to clnsmedia.com/win. Use that promo code CLNS50. Get your 50% bonus. And, of course, head over to LakersNation.com, your home for everything Lakers, for more on this story and everything else going on in the world of the Los Angeles Lakers. And, hey, support us on social media. We just passed 3 million followers on Facebook. We are celebrating here at Lakers Nation. Awesome stuff. 3 million followers on Facebook. Make sure you follow us there. You can find us on Instagram at Lakers Nation Official. You can find us on YouTube, the Lakers Nation YouTube channel. And, of course, on Twitter at Lakers Nation. My name's Trevor Lane. Follow me on Twitter at Trevor_Lane. Until next time, guys. See ya.